As the Arkansas State Red Wolves take on the Georgia State Panthers. Another Sun Belt game here for us this Saturday afternoon. Baptiste's squad is on an all-time high, going from 0-3 to 4-3, and it's due to the synergy between both sides of the ball. Early on in the season, the defensive coordinator and Baptiste were not seeing eye to eye. There was a lot to wonder about the spending. The head coach decided to give the offensive coordinator. It wasn't going well. His offense was sputtering at best as the defense comes up with a sack there. Wins, 3 in the Sun Belt, 1 versus the Conference USA opponent, the Kennesaw State Owls. Baptiste's offense is finally humming how it should, as Owen shakes off a little bit of an injury there. Hasn't quite been healthy in a couple of weeks, as he's rushing to get this playoff. Finds the halfback, gets the first down at the very least, Clay. Owen's still not quite right. Struggling with his leg. Clay makes a great catch for the first down. Gets a run play here. Can't quite come up with a stiff arm and only gets 1 yard. Back to the line again. Baptiste's offense is moving pretty well here. Clay gets another chance up the middle, only gets 2 more yards. But long gone are the problems between the DC and the OC. They now just want to win football games as the first down happens. No greater feeling than when the staff is synergized and the players can feel it and the crowd can feel it as they come up with a big-time catch. Oh, and he drops it. And the synergy has resulted in wins. Some say that winning cures all. Some say that you need wins to cure it. And there's a little bit of a mix here between Baptiste and the DC as Clay gets a big-time first down. Backup Spencer is in. Owens with the ball. Hands it off. Can't quite get more than 2. Still trying to shake off his little leg injury. Hasn't been able to get it right. Big-time catch here from Summers. Gets the first down. Georgia State not having a great year. Only 1 less win than the Red Wolves here, as Clay can only get a couple. Baptiste is looking to add 5 wins and be that much closer to bowl eligible come the end of the season, as Cobb gets tackled. Touchdown here would be huge for the Red Wolves, setting the tone in the first quarter. A lot more football ahead, as there's a fumble. A little bit of a slow start there for the offense. Got to the red zone, couldn't quite come up with it as the sack comes down. 3 sacks for the Georgia State offense today. Georgia State defense today, as that's something that they've struggled with all year long. 3rd and 12 here for the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense, as Owens doesn't really have much to run with. He's trying to get out, can't quite get much more. Baptiste is going to like to go for it here. Thinks the defense thinks that they're light. Wants to make sure he gets the first, and he does. A little bit of a ballsy decision there by Baptiste to go for it. But as we all know, his offense is envisioned as high octane as they get sacked there. And sometimes with a high octane offense, there has to be risks. As he comes off the edge and just gets sacked again. 4 sacks for the Georgia State Panthers today. Back to the line again for Baptiste's offense, and this won't be a situation where they can go for it. 5 sacks. Offense is struggling a little bit to get going. About 2 minutes left in the first quarter, as another sack comes up for the Georgia State Panthers. 2nd and 21 for Baptiste's offense here. And it's looking like it'll be another rough go for him as Cobb tries to break open, but he gets hit as he throws. Back again, we got Clay lined up. Coming back, motion. Getting him in the backfield. Trying to confuse him a little bit. Gets it to the fullback. Gets about halfway, but it's 4th and 6. He's going to be forced to punt. The defense is doing its job as Owens is backed up to their own end zone. They've kept Georgia State from scoring, while this offense struggles to get going. But he knows there's got to be a way. There's constant pressure as he throws an interception near his own end zone. And that may cause the first touchdown. The first touchdown does come as Owens throws the interception near his own end zone. Into the second quarter here as Clay breaks open for a couple. Gets about to the logo. Georgia State has their best corner on our best receiver. And it's been hard for him to break open in these last couple games. Great. What a snag by the slot receiver there. Back to the line for Baptiste as this offense is finally looking like it's alive. Clay gets a shot, gets a couple yards, just about 3. Double tight end look here for Baptiste. Crossing him. Gets one open. Gets a good block. Can't quite make it there as the speed caught up to him. In the red zone for the second time tonight. Hopefully looking to capitalize and actually get a touchdown this go-around. As Clay is swallowed up. Only gets a couple yards. Looking for the touchdown here in the red zone. Definitely going to see a lot of looks here. There's a sack. 6th sack of the day. They elected for the field goal the last possession. The defense gives up another touchdown. It's just been a tough go for the offense. Haven't quite found the rhythm as Clay jukes him for a couple more yards. Owens calls the audible. Looking for Clay again. Getting it to him up the middle. Gets the first. Offense has had some moments. Hasn't quite put them all together to make them a story. If the Red Wolves don't score going into halftime, Baptiste may look to make a change at quarterback as they get sacked yet again. Georgia State comes up with another touchdown as the defense for the Red Wolves is now being questioned. And the offense is just not getting anything. Just dealing with sack after sack today. I believe there's been 8 and at least 100 pressures. Timeout by the Panthers there. Gets Baptiste another look. Gets it to Cobb up the middle. Another timeout. Baptiste elects to go to it 4th and 1 on his own 34. Looking to get the first. Oh, can he get a little more? No, he cannot. Be up to the line. Probably not quick enough as he rolls out. Catch by Summers. Timeout by the Red Wolves. Just about 50 yards down the field. Only 30 seconds. Tight end gets a look. Gets a hand on it. Can't quite get out of bounds. We're in the hurry up. Gonna go right back to the passing. As soon as they get to the line, he wants to snap. Gotta get it off. He does. Cobb becomes open for a second. Can't quite get it, but the clock stops. Back again for Baptiste. Running back breaks open. Can't get his hands on it. He was open. 18 seconds in the half here. Obviously, Baptiste is looking to score. Wants to make the best out of the situation. Can't quite get it there and almost does an interception in the end zone. Owens is still out there to start the half as the defense came up with a stop. But this offense needs to get something going as Clay comes up with a little bit of yardage. All the offense has to show for it today is a bunch of field goals, while Georgia State just has 3 straight touchdowns. Cobb breaks open. Errant pass. Baptiste likes to sub in Crawford as he believes the injury is just holding Owens back too much. And Crawford may give him a little bit of fresh legs, some mobility. As he gets out of the pocket here, running out of bounds, gets the first. Spencer is in, backup running back. Gets a touch, gets up the middle, gets the first and a little bit more. This is the offensive spark that Baptiste was looking for. Can't speak too soon, but this is much better than what they've seen. Tight end comes up with it, can't hold on. Screenplay for the halfback. Gets open, gets a little bit of blocking, can't quite get more than back to the line of scrimmage. Crawford with a chance to throw here as Cobb breaks open across the front. Oh, that's actually Burris. Injury timeout for the Georgia State, stops the clock. Clay gets his hands on it, can't quite get anything. Back to Clay, up the middle here, gets the first down. Clay ran for 107 yards a week ago. Just over 100 here now, even though the offense hasn't done a whole lot. Burris breaks him. Getting lower, getting more. Can he get the touchdown? He cannot. Injury for the Red Wolves. In the red zone here, 1 yard away from the first touchdown of the night. And Baptiste lets to run with his quarterback, and he gets taken down. Back to the line again, about 4 yards away from their first touchdown. Gets the sweep, gets Clay in there for his first touchdown of the night. Georgia State manages to score again, making it a pressure situation here for the Red Wolves. At risk of losing their win streak. As he throws it to Summers on the side, can't come up with it. Spencer, the backup running back, is in. Gets a touch. Can't quite get more than one. Tight end gets it. Gets way more than he should have. First down. Injury for the Georgia State Panthers stops the clock. As Crawford gets it, he rolls out almost immediately. Summers is open, gets a great catch, shakes out the defender, can't quite get the first. Backup center is in for the Red Wolves as they look to continue down the field here. Hopefully add up another touchdown. Burries gets the touch here. Two tight end look for Crawford and Baptiste offense. Been dealing with pressure all day. Gets sacked again. It's 9 sacks to 0 here between the Red Wolves and the Panthers. And it's just been a rough day all around. So tight end can't come up with it. The linebacker makes a great play. Cobb has had some moments. Hasn't quite gotten all the way open as he would like. As Crawford gets a couple more yards, 4th and 5. Baptiste looking to go for it yet again. I believe this is his 4th time going for it on 4th down. His tight end is open. Gets a great catch out of bounds. Play action here for the Red Wolves. As Cobb comes open, errant pass. Into the third here. This play will take him to the 4th quarter. Burries gets a little bit more yards than expected. Nighttime here on us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Entering the 4th quarter. QB run gets the first. No, this is going to be a motion play here for Baptiste. Getting his guys in the backfield. Little bit. Clay gets a little bit. Can't come up with a catch. Again with Clay in the backfield this time. Doesn't get the catch. Gets the catch here. Good block and the first from the tight end. Injury for Georgia State stops the clock. Back to the line for Baptiste again. As the edge is coming. Clay comes up with a big catch. Only 3 yards away from a touchdown. Unfortunately, that play caused an injury to Clay as his backup will run it in for the touchdown, getting them a little bit closer. The Red Wolves defense just cannot get a stop today. Other than that first quarter when the offense was sputtering, they haven't come up with much as Cobb is just handled. Cobb is off the star defensive back, and he's open, gets it, toe touch on the catches it in bounds. Clay is back in for another snap, trying to see what they can get out of him. Can't quite get any blocking there as they lose 2. 3rd and 12 for Baptiste. Knows he needs to come up with a score here as every possession matters here in the 4th. Summers comes up with a great catch. Oh, and just gets hit. Red Wolves defense comes up with a good stop, allowing the offense another chance here. And he just throws an interception right to the middle linebacker. The Arkansas State Red Wolves get the ball right back. Turnover for turnover. As Spencer gets it on the toss here, doesn't get anything. That edge was coming off quick. Oh, Burry snags it! Hurry up here for the Baptiste. Trying to keep the good momentum. Has a run here with Spencer. Spencer is open. Jukes can't quite get more. Gets audible here from Crawford. Definitely going to feel the pressure here. Summers is open. Comes up with a good snag. If he would have got a good pass, that would have been an easy first down. And unfortunately, Summers goes down with an injury. Block right there. Crawford uses his feet. Not quite getting to the end zone. But clear run play here for Spencer. Can the defense stop it? They do, but he gets 1 yard. Yet another run play here for Spencer. Trying to just power their way in. Loses 2. 3rd and 5 here at the goal line. That edge is coming off quick. He gets rid of it, overthrows Summers. 4th and goal here. Only 3 minutes left as this win streak is looking like it's getting out of here. And he gets sacked. Just about 2.5 minutes left. Baptiste offense gets another shot here. The tight end is open. Gets out of bounds, I believe. Get his squad back to the line. Cobb breaks open in the middle. Can't come up with it. Back to the line for Crawford. Not terrible thus far. Summers battles for it with the DB. Can't come up. Definitely going to feel some pressure here. On the rollout with Crawford. Summers comes open. Can't get it. 4th and 10 here for Baptiste's offense. They're going to be ready for the pass. Tight end comes open. Gets hit. Just a terrible day for the offensive line. It's about 30 seconds winds off the clock, and Baptiste has now 1.5 minutes to try and score the length of the field here. Gets a couple there, but not even out of bounds. Losing second by second here. Trying to get his guys. Summers is open. Can't get it. Cobb has the corner and the safety paying attention to him. The only one that could potentially break free. The tight end comes up with it. Gets a great catch. Can get out of bounds with 1.5 minutes to spare. 1.5 still a while to go here for the Red Wolves. As Summers breaks back towards the ball. Can't come up with it as 2 DBs knock it out. Crawford coming out of the pocket. Edge is coming for him fast, and Summers can't come up with it. Linebackers look to be playing middle. Tight end is open. Looking to get that first. Can't quite get there. Hurry up. No timeouts to spare here for Baptiste, as it looks like this win streak may be coming to an end. Hits the block there. Gets out of bounds for his quarterback. Not even across the half-field line. Summers comes back to the ball. Gets it out of bounds. Still on the other side of the 50. Only 30 seconds to go, though. Time again is not their friend. Gets it. First down and out of bounds. 27 seconds. 34 yards to go. Summers breaks back to the ball again. Gets it out of bounds. Summers playing through injury. Looking like the best player thus far. Giving him a chance to get into this red zone. Crawford going to run. Can't get it. Has to get it out. Or at least try and score. Got to try and score right here. There's only 8 seconds left after that. Summers gets it. His hands on it. Touchdown for the Red Wolves. This offense is going for 2. Backup running back in. If they don't get it, this is it. Four seconds. Has it on the run. Quarterback. He gets it. Ties the game. Baptiste and squad are on offense first as Georgia State elects to play defense. Overtime situation. Just a minute ago, the Red Wolves thought they were done as Burries comes up with a snag. Crawford has led this squad. Summers has led this squad as the backup running back gets a catch here. Even though Clay has been injured, Spencer has done a great job in his place, catching balls that Clay couldn't catch. Clay still got over 100 yards as Spencer almost gets the touchdown. A lot of injuries today on both sides of the ball as that box is loaded. Spencer tries to get a catch, can't quite get it there. 2nd and goal here for the Red Wolves. Spencer gets his hands on it, can't get anywhere. 3rd and goal here for the Red Wolves. 3 linebackers looking at the quarterback. Oh, just doesn't wait for the receiver to get ready. Baptiste elects to take the points and let his DC do his thing. And that's it. The Georgia State Panthers get a road win, ending the 4-game win streak for the Red Wolves. You can see the excitement. 5 touchdowns for Cameron Brown, the Georgia State Panthers quarterback. Dismay here for the Red Wolves. Dismay for Baptiste. Dismay for the defensive coordinator. Baptiste lands a verbal commitment on the 2-star running back out of Duncanville, Texas. Also gets a commitment from the Baton Rouge wide receiver Terrence Daniels Hart, committed to the program. Last week caused a pectoral injury for Baptiste's center. The offensive line has struggled mightily this season, even with him out there. But we'll see how it goes after this bye week and a week of recovery. Checking out some things around the league. Sam Levitt is leading the way for Heisman. Marcel Reed not far behind him. Rodorius Jackson, wide receiver out of Tennessee, the only wide receiver on the list. And Avery Johnson, the senior out of Kansas State. The top 25 is shaping up this way with 4 unbeaten teams. The conference list: Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the SEC Missouri Tigers, and the Ohio State Big Ten, and the Texas Tech from the Big 12, as all conferences are represented well in this top 4, with LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia, and the next spots SEC represented well. Arizona sneaks their way up, 7-0, a really surprising season for the Wildcats, as a couple teams jump from not ranked to ranked, with the 7-0 UNLV. TCU jumps in the rankings, and SMU jumps in the rankings, with Oklahoma dropping and Michigan dropping pretty heavily. Last week's Player of the Weeks took on nationally was defensively was at UCLA. Shahir West with 6 tackles, 3 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss. And of course, out in Alabama, Ryan Coleman Williams has 13 receptions, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns. In the Sun Belt, we see a defensive Player of the Week, Jaden Hood, with 12 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 interception. The Mike linebacker there. And offensively, it goes to the quarterback out of Marshall, who had 26 balls for 245 yards, a 42-3 win with 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. Nationally, Baptiste offense ranks 4th, up there with the SEC big dogs, but was on a winning streak. They now sit 4-4, even 3-1 in the Sun Belt, first in the West of the Sun Belt. At a full 1-star capacity, but ahead of some teams here that are ranked above them, with the number 1 Ohio State. Not quite as high-powered of an offense as Baptiste has had, which is good to see for him. And with that, Baptiste is also top 4 in passing touchdowns with 23. Closing in on Tennessee and Missouri, the other 2 SEC schools, as well as LSU at 30. Baptiste's offense does lead the country in passing yards by almost 1,200 from the next guy. So that's encouraging to see for him as well. And they also lead the country in first downs by almost 100 the next person. That'll wrap up this episode for Baptiste. Appreciate y'all for tuning in this week. Next week will feature a likely easy win for UL Monroe. A noon tip for them on Saturday. And it was a rivalry game. Another home game, another chance to prove that they deserve what they've gotten so far. And another chance to get ahead of that combined opponent record.